Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome to another playthrough, or a new playthrough, I suppose, for the Ditzy Demons Are in Love with Me. The Japanese is right there, Boku to Koisu Ponkotsu Akuma. So, if you guys don't know, I'm Azai. I probably should just give myself a brief introduction here because this is the first episode of the recording. But yeah, I played a lot of visual novels. I let's play visual novels, and this is the next playthrough that got picked by the YouTube pool. So first things first, I'm gonna say that I've already played this a long time ago, maybe about 2 to 3 years ago, maybe a bit longer. I forgot when this came out, but I was playing this with the intention of using it as FAP material. So I don't really have a lot of expectations for this in terms of it being a coherent story. Like, if you guys took a look at a lot of my other playthroughs, my playthroughs definitely have more emphasis on stories that have more substance to them instead of just like these sort of, masturbation thing. And the thing is, this is sort of the same as Princess X, right? But the problem with Princess X, or I guess not really the problem, the difference between this and Princess X is that I've never played that, and a lot of the issues that was on Princess X was super interesting to me. So I was really having high expectations of Princess X as I was playing through it. But for this one, I think I'm just gonna say straight out, I don't have a lot of expectations for this story, guys. I'm legit gonna let's play this game with the intention, or not with the intention, with the main thing is that I'm gonna think with my dick. I think that's probably gonna make this a lot more fun for me instead of, overthinking stuff just like what I usually do in all of my other playthroughs. Mostly because I already know that there's nothing serious about this story, at least in my... If I remember correctly. I don't know whether or not there's gonna be some serious stuff, but yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, without further ado, let's actually start this game, shall we? What you guys miss is just me messing around with the settings. The fact that the settings has a freaking choose an ejaculating inside or outside prompt is interesting. And instead of displaying a prompt, I always choose to just come inside, like, fuck that. This is so dumb. But yeah, really interesting thing. Also, a display countdown ejaculation, huh? Interesting. Definitely something that most games should have. Okay, I'm just gonna start the game and see what we're getting ourselves into. Even though I already know what I'm getting myself into.
始める。じゃあさ、レン君が先生なら。
If I remember correctly, this should be like a harem scene at the very beginning of the game. I don't even remember the names of these guys, by the way, or the girls. I hope the voice is a lot better, because I actually put up some foam on my walls, and I do think I can't really hear the echo anymore, and I was making a test recording yesterday, and it seems to be doing good. But yeah, that update video with the echo was super bad. I am very sorry about that. I didn't think that it would be that bad.
おちんちん見せてもらってもいいよね。いやもうさ、こんなグダグダ言われるくらいだったらさ。
I think Emery is actually our sister or something. I kind of remember doing her route first.
私も妹じゃなくて恋人になればいいんじゃないかなって思うの。
Yeah, there we go. She is our sister.
せっかく妹が洗濯担当なのに、ガビガビになったパンツとかも見たことないしさ。
So this is what we're getting ourselves into, huh? First 5 seconds of the dialogue.
肌と肌同士だともっと暖かいと聞き及ぶ。ということは、肌
裸でくっついたら、それはもうワンダホーな世界が期待できる。
そんなレオ兄さんのスフィンクスが見れるなんて。
I think this is like the mummy girl. Yeah, my Sphinx. That doesn't even make sense.
とりあえず私も脱いでいいですか？脱ぐだけですから。
女側は自分でいろいろと試すことができても、男の子のは見たこともないんだ。
Okay, I'm kind of getting it in my head that these guys' names are sort of familiar again. So I believe Riria is the succubus, Miyabi here is the witch, Yu is probably the Yuki Onna, the like ice lady thing that's in the yokai for Japanese mythology, and that Arle girl is definitely the mummy. I think there's also like a dragon and something else I forgot, but we'll see.
それに、君なら嫌悪感もないし、薬剤師としても女としても興味があるのは当たり前でしょ。
And so, they appeal to me one by one. Do I have to censor this on YouTube already? It's early in the game? Before I know it, things have turned out like this.
すごい。こんなに暑いんだ。おちんちんって。
See ya, YouTube. Patreon.com/Azaikyousuke. You guys on YouTube actually will be getting these episodes early, but the problem is, I do think if you guys want to see the episodes uncensored, supporting me on Patreon is a lot better than if you guys are supporting me on YouTube, but I kind of understand that people sometimes don't really care about H scenes, and some of the playthroughs I actually do think are better without H scenes, but I don't think this is one of them. Since I also said this is gonna be one of those playthroughs where I'm gonna be thinking with my dick, because I know this is probably a Nuki game. I never would have expected it to come to this. They say that in life, you can never predict what'll happen next. Is this what they mean? When did my normal life deviate so far in this direction? Actually, that's a question best directed at everyone else in the room. What I couldn't have known before this point was that my life was already set to be this extraordinary from the very start. Wait, we're not even gonna come from the first scene? Shit, I forgot about that. Well, you guys on YouTube aren't missing much. Okay, I'm up. His Royal Majesty rises. I wish. I'm not gonna yawn. I look at my alarm clock to find that I've woken up half an hour early. I typically set my alarm to sound earlier so I can spend some quality time lazing it about in bed. Okay then. Guess I'll play my game a bit to wake myself up. Maybe I can level up before it's time to make breakfast. I pull out my handheld from the headboard where I left it and turn it on. That's a headboard. Take this, Dance of the Phallus Blade? What sort of game am I playing? Looks like that move needed a bit more oomph. But JJ Blast, oh, this game is dumb, dude. This is a meme game, guys. Fucking hell. Aha! Now that one hit you where it counts. I'm not gonna do this too. I don't do shouting voices unless I'm hyped. Did our sister change our game to some sort of hentai game? I guess. Hey now, my face is up here. Quit talking to my crotch. I guess this is why I probably chose Emery. She's like the horniest out of all of them. That's probably the reason why I chose Emery the first route I did. We've gone through this enough times as it is. When are you gonna cut it out? Man, it's gonna be so embarrassing for me to like reminisce playing this game, like back when I was still playing it just to fap. Sure, today's breakfast is steak. Except it's pork, and 1 millimeter thick. 1 millimeter? What? You may know it by the other name, bacon, okay.
そんなコンドームみたいなステーキやだやだやだ
God, you have a bad mouth, Emery.
もっと分厚いのがいいよ
I guess when I was playing this, I was super horny when I chose you. Holy shit.
エミの胸くらい分厚いの胸チラ
You cut that out. And by the way, I'm not about to give you what you want when you deliberately tamper with my game data. Thanks to you, my main party is going into battle shouting names like Phallus and Vajayjay. Okay, it's the same game. Don't go acting all proud of yourself. She's corrupted my Nintendo beyond salvation. Nintendo, huh? That's a very awkward BGM change. Fujima Emery. My sister, who would be so much cuter if she'd just keep her mouth shut. Well, not that she isn't cute anyway. In fact, she's not my sister by blood. She's my stepsister, as they say. She got adopted when we were children. That said, we're known to get along particularly well, even compared to normal siblings. Fact is that I'm proud to have a cute little sister like her.
はあやだやだ
You're not gonna beat Sora. I just finished 9-9 if you guys don't know. If you guys only came through this playthrough. But 9-9 has one of the best emoto type characters I've seen in a long time.
お兄ちゃんが構ってくれないから向こうで一人で遊んでよーっとエミお兄ちゃんもう我慢できないぞダメだよお兄ちゃんだって私たち兄弟なんだよそんなの関係ない関係あるもんか俺はエミさえいればコンドームみたいなステーキでも幸せなんだお兄ちゃん私はそんな貧乏くさいの嫌だけどそれでもいいそれでもいいよ
What's wrong with bacon in the morning? I think you just have a big appetite if you want to have steak for breakfast.
エミお兄ちゃん合体
Okay, at least I don't have to censor what the hell you're doing there, Emmy. So what exactly have you been doing when I'm not around then?
お兄ちゃん人形でおままごと
She's a real treat, this sister of mine. Even if she does like dirty jokes a little too much. Outside the house, she actually has a reputation for being a perfectly behaved young woman. And on my side of things, I can't deny that there's something charming about her mischief and her brother complex. I glanced briefly at the two dolls she has joined together in the missionary position before turning toward the kitchen.
お兄ちゃんいつもいつもおいしいご飯作ってくれてありがとね
Man, the fact that I chose Emmy means that I was definitely horny when I played this game. She's definitely the first person that comes on to you. Like, shit. I feel like my past self is just way too horny.
お父さんもお母さんもいなくなっちゃってからお兄ちゃん一人で私の面倒見てくれて
Okay, typical anime stuff. We don't have our parents no more.
本当に感謝してるよお兄ちゃん
Well, you're the only sister I've got. Why wouldn't I? I've said it before. As your older brother, protecting you is my job.
お兄ちゃんそうだねたった二人の兄弟だもんねあそういえばお父さんとお母さん夏休みも帰れないって連絡あったよ
I hate this game. Oh, you don't say. Her words stir up two reactions at once in me. On one hand, I'm super excited that we get to have the house to ourselves that much longer. I guess they're just out abroad. On the other, I'm not surprised that they would tell my sister this news, but not bother with her older brother. I mean, I guess I can understand their favoritism. We all agree that she's the cute one. But if they're going to continue returning home so rarely, I prefer if they at least let me know that they're doing well. So be it. Emmy, I'm making breakfast now, so would you step back and stay out of my way?
いや
Nope is not the right answer. I told you a million times that your brand of skinship is only going to make it hard to focus while the burner's on.
うんうんうんうん
The more The more ridiculous stuff she's doing, the more I'm embarrassed of myself. Holy shit, Azai. Holy shit, past Azai.
お兄ちゃん怒らないでね。
These antics are definitely the reason why I chose her. She definitely comes on very strong. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm not mad, okay? Just cut it out. Ugh! Hey, lay off the ear! Ugh! What are these voices I'm making?
お兄ちゃんかわいい。妹心にキュンキュンきちゃう。もっとかわいい声聞かせてほしいな。
Ah! Whoa!
気持ちいい。お兄ちゃんは妹心を刺激するのが上手だね。
What the hell are little sister sense?
じゃあ今度はもっとすごいから我慢してね。エミリスペシャル下扇のじーっときときときとき。あ、いりね。
Oh, hey, Ruria.
違うの。ちょっとここのドアの汚れが気になってね。すっごい近くで見てただけだから。私のことは気にせず続けて続けて。でもできればレン君はもうちょっと顔が見えるようにこっち向いて。うるせえ、いいから早く入れ。
I think that's her mom.
いただきます。この目玉焼きさんの絶妙な半熟加減と塩加減。
Soft-boiled eggs, huh? I haven't eaten those in a while.
レン君の作るご飯は美味しいね。ほんと美味しいね。そうだな。ほんといつ嫁に来てもいいくらいだ。
I'm your wife?
私に代わって家事全般をそつなくこなす。きっといい嫁さんになる。
I mean, I guess if I don't have to work and I can just do the chores in my house, sure. I think I wouldn't mind doing that, like the girl actually does all the work and I'm just doing the chores at home. So you're set on calling me a guy, the ideal bride, huh? These two are Riri and Reika-san. The animations feel a bit stiff sometimes. I wonder why that is. I don't think I said it so that the animations are
環境設定。
instantaneous. Yeah, H scenes on, effects
メ
on.
ッセージの設定だね。
I don't think I changed anything that makes the
ダイアログの設定だね。ショートカットの確認です。
very weird.
システムの設定だよ。
Their family, the Kiritanis, has been friends with ours starting with my parents' generation. And Ria is a close friend from our childhood. Given how rarely Emery and I see our parents, Reika-san has been our surrogate mother of sorts for several years. Riria's father is in the same line of work as my parents, so Riria and Reika seem to see him just as infrequently. Furthermore, this house is actually the Kiritani's property in the first place, so I do all of the housework in place of paying the rent. Cleaning up and cooking for 4 people isn't much different from 2, so it works out in our favor. Not to mention, I don't mind getting to see the nice bodies that both of the Kiritani women boast every single morning. Well, calm down there, Ren. Reika's married. But I guess she's probably gonna be part of the harem. Reika-san's genes sure work wonders on her daughter. Unfortunately, DNA does nothing to fix how incredibly naive Riria can be. Meanwhile, one look at Reika-san makes it obvious she's one hell of a strong-willed MILF. Yeah, Reika and Riria couldn't be more different, but they make for perfectly friendly neighbors nonetheless. These are the games I play, man.
女子力の高い兄様のおかげで
快適な暮らしができて感謝の言葉もございません。
This is definitely the games you play when you just want to have a quick fap, guys. You don't want to you don't want to spend brain cells playing this game. Please, darling. Oh my god, that's so disgusting, Ren. What the fuck? Call me Renko. We continue to eat our soft-boiled eggs and crunchy bacon. Coupled with some grilled salmon and miso soup, the meal is quite ordinary on the whole. I don't know, that's actually a lot. Do you just eat like one soft-boiled egg? A soft-boiled egg is probably about 60 calories. Some salmon, depending on how big they are, is probably about 200 calories. If it's like 100 grams, maybe about 200 to 300, yeah. Miso soup is barely anything. The bacon is probably talking about just bacon bits, I'm guessing. So probably an extra 90. Maybe, that's a pretty well-balanced meal, I guess. About 400 to 500 calories for breakfast. If you guys don't know, I'm actually a health nut. That's why I'm counting the calories there. If this is like the first time you guys are seeing my playthroughs. I've basically been living in this house with only Emery as company ever since our parents' work schedules turned out this way. Not to brag, but I've grown rather confident in my ability to run a household by now. Oh, okay. I've still got some left over from last month though. I'll let you know if that won't be enough for the rest of this month. Thanks anyway. I find it weird that... do Japanese people not save their money when they get their allowance from their parents? Like, when I was in high school, I was given my allowance monthly, and if I have stuff left over, I would just deposit it. You know, just keep it in the bank. Oh, okay, so the expenses and allowance are both different things, alright. So for me, the expenses and allowance are kind of the same thing. Like, back when I was in high school, I don't pay for electricity, of course, right? But I would be using my allowance to pay for food, right? Everything from going out with friends, from paying food, and then extra stuff that's usually not really included with expenses. Like, I was also buying my own supplies for showering and stuff, is what I'm trying to say. Ah, my poor senseless sister, ever the big spender. But I suppose there's nothing I can do about it when my father willingly placed a part of a money tree. Man, I feel like people that are rich shouldn't really be giving their money too much to their kids. That's gonna spoil them, and they're not gonna be able to understand the value of money. He's apparently let his own household's finances under the rocks, but the consequences will catch up with him sooner or later. It's so unfair though. At least spare a coin or two for me, old man. I'm actually wasting brain cells trying to critique what the hell the game is talking about, guys, even though they're definitely not taking this seriously. Yeah, if you want me to become your your wife, just tell me straight up, Rarian. But you already pretty much do, here at my house. I was waiting for her to do that, but she didn't do it. Oh, give me a sec, guys. The foam actually fell down. I gotta buy some more, like, sticky, like, double tape. Give me 1 second. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I actually missed a couple of dialogue here. I thought that the recording was continuing, but I missed a couple because I thought we're back. But yeah, she's saying about how Ren is inadvertently saying that, you know, she's our wife from saying that, even though that's not true. And right now, Riri is saying how, like, her breasts are swollen because, yeah, because of the genes that the mom has. So sorry about that. That was a couple of dialogue missed there. My bad. That's what happens, I guess, when you have a 2PC setup. This sometimes happens, so I apologize.
笑わせんな処女の小娘がいいじゃん別に処女でも
Hey, in these games, being a virgin actually matters there, Reika.
綺麗な体の何が悪いのお母さんの秘書女私が処女だったらお前は生まれとらんわもっと私の秘書女に感謝しろこのポンコツ娘がああ言った私のことポンコツって言った
Bonkotsu, I guess, is useless.
ひどい結構それなりに気にしてるのにひどい聖子さんいつも心の方はただれてることは否定しないよね
I was also commenting on how Riria's boobs are too big for my liking. Emery's boobs are probably the maximum I'd probably say is up to my, you know, my preference. I think, wow, don't do that, Ren. I think it probably best to stop fighting during breakfast. There we go. This is a pretty normal morning scene in my house.
さてとじゃあ私は授業の用意やから先に行くからな
So yeah, people like Reika here are definitely not my type of body, you know, in terms of something that I just want to fap to. Like, I'm not denying that she might have a personality, but if I'm not attracted to her in like physical traits, there's no way I'm gonna be able to really like her, right?
お前らも遅刻すんなよ学園
Romantically, anyways.
してるとか言われっとめんどくせえから PTA とかマジでほんとめんどくせえから
PTA is like parent-teacher what? Association, I believe. I think she's also part of the teacher in the class, in our class.
7月の太陽さんは容赦ないよ日焼けするし汗かくし何より人が増えるから夏は好きじゃないな
Well, the influx of people is all thanks to the resort around here.
ちょっと前までは割とのんびりな街だったのにねお金持ちの企業に目をつけられたらこんなもんよはあやだやだ
We clean up our breakfast mess and set out for school together. Aoyama Resort. Some firm has slapped that name on a stretch of our town's coastline and started a touristy business there. Given the place's proximity to the downtown area and ease of transit back and forth, customers started flocking to the resort at once. With all the new buildings that sprouted up nearby in its wake, our town became far more populous and attractive. Of course, being a resort town makes the whole area quite peaceful, so life here has improved for the residents as well.
でもそのおかげで制服さんも可愛くなったのは良かったよね
Doesn't that mean that everything is also gonna be super expensive though, because this is a touristy spot?
ほんとそれ前の制服は芋臭くてダサかったしね
You two sure know how to find things to complain about. Not that a boy like me would understand what's so important about uniform cuteness. True, I don't understand that either.
だってせっかく着るなら可愛い方がいいじゃないねレン君も可愛いって思うでしょ
You're alright. You should button up your, what do you call that, like blazer? The girls turn to face me and display their outfits. I guess they actually can't do it because their boobs are too big. A classical design characterized by a solid pink base color. Upon the renewal of the town, our school followed suit and revamped our uniforms. The apparent aim was to solidify the area's special status as a resort, away from the more ordinary parts of the country. Evidently, the new look is so popular that it's made appearances in fashion magazines. Well, that would depend on the wearer, naturally. At the very least, I find that the uniform fits Emery and Riria perfectly. And that's not just favoritism, they rock the outfit. Well, sure, I think they're plenty cute. I kinda don't like the fact that there's a lot of buttons though. Like those yellow gold thing. They're way too big.
今日は朝からお嫁さん発言とかちょっと飛ばしすぎだよ。
The simplest things make you the happiest, don't they? Riria is especially charged up today for some reason. Maybe it's because Emery subjected Riria to her sisterly affection this morning. She's almost shockingly innocent, in spite of her deep fascination with the erotic. I think Riria is a succubus, so that's why she's into erotic stuff. But the fact that she's an innocent succubus is like the gap moe thing that people seem to like, right? A succubus is usually very, like, erotic and also slutty. But the fact that Riria is innocent, that's like the gap moe thing. I don't really particularly care about this gap moe thing, about how a person or, you know, like a succubus is supposed to act in like X way, but turns out they're acting in Z way. Oh, it's Arlen and Rin. Morning. Bouncy as always. I know she didn't really say bouncy, but the localization could definitely not choose that word. These two girls are classmates of Emery, and Arlen in particular is a longtime friend of hers. She and I get along pretty well too, given how frequently she's visited our house. So the reason why I don't like Arle is because she has way too many accessories on her. I don't really like girls that uses accessories. I prefer simpler models there like Rin. Once upon a time, she called me Ren no Nissan, but now it's just Ren-san. At first I didn't know how to deal with girls at that awkward stage, but I've already grown used to being addressed that way. It's kinda sad that she won't call me that anymore, but I can't do anything about it. Also, with her name, I suppose it's rather obvious that she's actually only half Japanese. I've heard that she's living with her relatives somewhere in town, but I don't know anything beyond that. At any rate, it's cool. It's nice to have a cute... Typo? It's nice to have a cute, bubbly younger... Wait, what? Wait. It's nice to have cute, bubbly younger friends like these two at school. Okay, not a typo. My bad.
生物部の朝練なかったの？朝練じゃなくて朝のお世話だけど。掃除は昨日の放課後にやったし、餌は自動餌やり機を買ってもらえたから。
Oh, I didn't know auto feeders were a thing.
はい。部員が少なくて、お世話で大変な私を見かねて。
How advanced is this school? Those probably cost quite a bit. The biology club, what the hell? For a high school?
少ないっていうか、生物部ってあるなんだけじゃなかったっけ？でも私、動物のお世話をするの好きなので、全然辛いとかそういうのはないんです。たまにちょっとだけ大変ですけど。わかるよ、アルル。
Arle? Not Arle? I'm just gonna keep calling her Arle.
僕も店長がバイト増やしてくれないから4年分のシフトを埋めるのつらいもん。相変わらずブラックね、そのコンビニ。でもね、店長はこっそり廃棄弁当とかくれるいい人なんだよ。昨日なんて焼肉弁当もらっちゃったんだよ。黒豚焼肉弁当。
That's pretty awesome.
嬉しすぎて今日のお弁当で持ってきちゃった。
Ring-chan, sometimes you know just how to bring a tear to my eye. As she claimed, the open meat-filled lunchbox she thrust toward me is a moving sight. Not that I'm impressed, mind you. The idea of a girl delighting in such cheap food is just so pitiful. What? It's cheap? I mean, I guess... That's probably a couple $100 yen. Probably close to 1,000 because it's, you know, it's pork. In a manner of speaking, that easy-to-please attitude makes her the perfect minimum wage worker. And that scares me a little. Whoa, 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 is that an offhand insult? Hey Arliv, if you're ever having trouble, feel free to say something, okay? I admit that I don't know much about taking care of animals, but if you're in trouble, there's gotta be something I can do.
レン
You know, I wish these Nuki gays don't always make it so apparent that these girls are so into me. Why are these girls into me, damn it? Instead of making me feel good about this, it's just making me jealous. Wait, what? That wasn't the reaction I was expecting from her at all. I was thinking she'd be brighter. Thanks so much, Renoni-san. Or something like that.
じゃあ一つだけお願いしてもいいですか？ちょっとだけ厚かましいお願いかもですけど。
Arlet takes a step toward me, clearly flustered. Sure, I'll do whatever I can.
じゃあレンさん、私と一緒に全国目指しましょう。
So what do you even do? You take care of animals, but do we need to make like super high quality animals? What animals do you even take care of? The only thing I can think about is like when I'm playing a farming game, we take care of like poultry, we take care of chickens, ducks, you know, stuff that actually produces stuff, right? Whoa, that's asking for a whole lot more than I can handle.
ひどい。勇気出してお願いしたのに。ハルルはちょっと極端なんだよね。
Yeah, the change in BGM is so insane, man. I feel like it's so weird sometimes. It's a bit too abrupt. There should be like some sort of like transition between the BGMs.
私って思いもなかったの。そもそも生物部で全国の意味わかんないし。なんか青春っぽい感じでいいかな。
So she was just bullshitting. Contrary to what one may believe, this was another typical moment in our everyday lives. This is our school, Aoyama Academy. I have actually never been to Aoyama back when I was in Japan. Maybe next time I should probably go there and see what's there. The campus is pretty removed from the touristy part of town. The main building is undergoing renovations for what is essentially a brand new look. That said, resort town or not, the fact remains that it's just another school out in the countryside. Is Aoyama really in the country? It's clear from the appearance and facilities that we won't see an influx of new students anytime soon. I have to say that the carefree, easy commute is definitely one of the better aspects of the locale. And I can't complain about the student body. What with it being mostly girls and all, I'm a fan of that.
お兄ちゃん、はい、いつもの。
I actually feel like if there's too many girls, it's going to be really awkward. Emery turns to me and opens her arms wide. Okay, here goes.
お兄ちゃん成分充電中。滝。
You can't miss this for a single day, can you, Emmy?
妹はいろいろと大変だから仕方ないよね。キュー。
This is reminding me of that, like, hentai I watch, like, Oni-chan Gyuteshite or something, about how this Oni-chan guy has 4 little sisters that always hugs him every single day. I actually played the visual novel a tiny bit, but because it's in Japanese, I didn't really play it till complete. But I did finish, like, one of the routes.
毎朝泣ける兄弟愛だな。
I played like the version before that too, which is the Oni Kiss one. That one was pretty nice. It had some weird drama that I didn't really like, even because it was mostly just a fapping game. But overall, it was pretty decent. I guess technically these games aren't really called Nuki gays. They're more moe gays, right? Because they have some story and not just like 8 scenes after 8 scenes and 8 scenes. But to be completely honest, guys, I really cannot distinguish. Like, in my brain, they're not really all that different. Like, the story is very minuscule and it's definitely more so for fapping instead of you guys trying to have fun and enjoy yourselves with reading a cool story. At least not the kind of stories that I usually read anyways.
同じクラスだからダメ。
ひどい。でもじらすのも大事ってお母さんが言ってた。
Pretty sure the word you're looking for is patience, the opposite. Rika-san has told her that, it's true. Though this simple misunderstanding is one of many similar Riria-isms I hear regularly. But there's nothing you can do to fix a scatterbrain.
ほんと藤間くんとこの兄弟は仲いいよね。死ねばいいのに。
Okay.
あれだけ可愛い幼馴染と妹ってできすぎよね。
I guess these are the jealous, like, people, the NPCs.
死ねばいい。
Usually these are guys though, not females. Another day, another morning full of losers whining and jealousy. As a brother and old friend, respectively, I have to agree on the cuteness of both of the girls. Plus, Arlie and Rinchan are well known for their cuteness in their own right. I suppose others can't help but be jealous at the company I keep. But boy, does it feel good to win at life like this. Hey, at least you're self-aware, Random.
あ、みやび先輩だ。みやび先輩が歩いてるよ。みやび先輩。
I turn to look where Arlie and Rinchan are staring. Alright, give me the legs.
おはようおはよう。あ、ごめんね。ちょっと通してくれるかな。
Come on, give me the bottom top view, Ren. I know you're gonna look at her from bottom to top.
みやび先輩、サインをお願いしてもいいでしょうか。
私もいいですか？妹が先輩の大ファンで。
ごめんね。サインなんて大それたものはないんだ。でも応援してくれるのは素直に嬉しいよ。妹さんにもぜひありがとうって伝えておいてくれるかな。
はい、妹も喜ぶと思います。ありがとうございます。
みやび先輩、私と握手してもらってもいいですか？そのくらいお安いご用だよ。はい、握手。
I think her breast size are definitely the perfect size for me. Like, I don't think I mind Emery's breast size, but I do think Miyabi's breast size here is the perfect size for someone with, you know, for my preferences.
みやび先輩。私、一緒に写メ撮ってもらえませんか？それなら私もお願いします。ぜひお願いします。
I've always never really understood why people like big breasts though. To me, that actually, like, even before I was into fitness and health and stuff, I always thought that big breasts means that you're just fat. If you guys are thin, there's no way your breasts will be huge unless you use surgery. You know, or unless you go through surgery.
すごいな、みやび先輩の人気は。本当に私なんかと同じ生き物と思えないよ。
He certainly does draw quite the crowd. I actually understand Arla's sentiment. I've never seen any other human being garner so much attention day after day. Actually, is it just me or is the throng of squealing girls around her even bigger than usual?
ああ、この間またファッション雑誌に載ってたんだって。それでまたファンが増えちゃったんじゃないかな。ああ、それ僕もバイト先にあったから立ち読みしましたよ。みやび先輩、めっちゃかっこよくて、すっごい綺麗なお洋服着てキラキラーってしてました。キラキラーって。
Twinkle twinkle, was she? Expressive language isn't exactly Rinchan's strong suit, but that's just another part of what makes her unique. Come on, yep, bottom top. But on to Miyabi-senpai. She's a senior, 1 year above me and Reria. She's incredibly popular, owing to her frequent appearances in fashion magazines. There's a lot of talk about how athletic she is, as well as her tendency to devote time to helping the sports clubs. Her approval rating is higher with the younger girls here than it is with the men, even with the men. I mean, the fact that there's not many men here is also probably an issue, like the case too, right? Students who don't even know the principal, which is Reika-san. Oh, Reika-san's the principal? I thought she was just a teacher. By the way, are still sure to at least know who Miyabi-senpai is. And despite her overwhelming popularity, it never goes to her head. She's affable and understanding with literally everyone. Honestly, popular doesn't even begin to describe her. Perfect is probably closer to the mark. Not to mention, it's hard to not notice her balance, ample breasts, or the sweet smell one detects when she walks by. Speaking from experience, of course. Ren, you got some good taste, my boy. Those are perfect, yes. Those are balanced. Those are the perfect ones.
あ、レン君がエロい顔してる。あー、やだやだ。
I guess I was right in like guessing that Ren is into Miyabi-senpai during that first H scene. Or, you know, quote-unquote H scene.
モデルとかそういうブランドに目がくらむ男の人って最低。
I mean, she's not even using brand name clothes right now.
じゃあ、私もキラキラする。キラキラしたらエロい目で見てくれるんでしょ？
I'm not looking at anybody that way. Calm down, both of you. There. Guess I was patting them. I pacify Emery and Riria with a good pat on the head. You guys are too easy. In Japanese, I believe that's choroi.
じゃあまたレンさん。僕も失礼します。エミがいないからって浮気しちゃダメだよ、兄ちゃん。ちゃんと10分ごとに写メしてね。
Not happening. Ask Riria to do it.
任せといて。私がレン君を激写しまくっちゃうからね。さすがリリね。頼りになるな。
You actually called her Ririne. Why is that A there? Enough playing around. Emery, you need to go to class. With our usual goodbyes, we split up and head to our respective classrooms.
はーい、皆さんおはようございます。
I believe this girl is actually the dragon girl.
今日もタマと一緒に一日頑張るのですよ。
And this is our teacher, I believe. Nice flat chest there. Nice lolly archetype there, Tama. You're probably 1,000 years old, right? Yeah. This is how Tama-chan, our ultra petite teacher, starts class. This is how people actually try to, you know, fantasize about lollies, I guess. God, you guys are sick fucks. But hey, it's not to say that I don't like this sort of body type, okay? I do have those dark fantasies myself too. I'm also a sick fuck, is what I'm trying to say, guys. Come on, bottom top. Obviously, Tama-chan is a nickname. Her actual name is Aifa Ryu Senji, using the character for a dragon, which definitely doesn't match her appearance. But since she refers to herself in the third person as Tama all the time, everyone else has come to do the same. She may seem to be a kid at first glance, but she's actually quite a capable teacher. Well, according to herself anyway. At the very least, it's impossible to dislike her with the constant totally childlike mindset she's in. Her prideful attitude, in combination with her occasional slow wit, make her uncommonly charming.
じゃあまずは先生の板書をノートに移すのですよ。
Without X-ray vision, I can hardly ever see a word of what Tama-chan writes on the board. Owing to her short stature, she never writes words above the lower 1/3 portion of the whiteboard. You guys have freaking PCs in front of you. You guys probably have it all in ones. Why aren't you using like a PowerPoint? Why still use a whiteboard when every freaking desk has an all-in-one? I watch as the back of her head bobs up and down on the other side of the monitor on her desk. As always, I have to talk to someone closer to the front and copy their notes after class. This would be so much easier if she'd just use the computer up front and upload a PDF for us to use. I agree! Why isn't she doing that? For a school like ours, our facilities are strangely more analog than one would expect. Oh, a message.
リリ姉から一向に写メ送られてこないんだけど、浮気してない？浮気してない？
Give me a break. I sneak a glance at Riryo who's sitting beside me. Ah, I can't believe I chose you, Emery. The girl who's clearly wants the most D, right? The amateur paparazzi has completely conked out. Is paparazzi only for guys? Chances are, she starts snoozing before class had even started. Tama-chan hasn't come to wake her, though I imagine she's just given up on trying. Actually, it's more likely that with her height, she just can't see Riryo. If you guys actually think a girl like Riryo is cute, you guys haven't seen someone who actually drools while they're sleeping in class before. It's disgusting, guys. It's disgusting! Clearly, she's having yet another incomprehensibly crazy dream. Well, she looks happy, so I'll just leave her alone. Before I do, Tama-chan, let me ask you something. Did you see the Noraemon episode last night? Hey, there's a demographic for those, Tama. I mean, I guess that's true. If it's just for fapping, usually people don't really purchase the game. You do?
そこに愛があるから許せないのです。無料コンテンツに文句言うなとか、どうせ円盤買わないくせにとか、割れ中がとか、分かった風な口を聞くんじゃないのですよ、この腐ったみかんどもが。
I guess there's like multiple seasons of Doraemon, technically, is what she's trying to say. And the previous ones are actually good. Tama-chan has a rage resistance level of approximately 0. Today's class is about how to send in complaints through email. That's pretty easy. I remember back when I was still using email back in class, back when I was still in middle school. I can't believe she gets away with insults like that. Fast forward to after school. I walk down the street lined with shops and reflect on today's completely unproductive class. Well, partly, yeah, her lolliness. Apart from lunchtime, Ruri had been awake for literally none of the day's events. In spite of her sleeping habits, her grades are consistently better than mine. It's a real mystery to me, honestly. She says she gets by on her intuition, but I'll never believe that. Sure, dinner's at the same time as always. Alright, what are we gonna do, Ren? More housework? I'm home. My lone voice echoes from the entrance. I always automatically say those words when I return home, even though I know nobody's here. I guess Arle went to our home with, Emery. Oh, you were here, Arle. I neatly arranged my shoes and shut the front door. If you're here, then that must mean Emmy's back too, right? I take a step inside as I ask about my sister. What the fuck? Why are you naked? Or is she? Patreon.com to Azaikyousuke. Just for the CG, I don't think this is an H scene. No idea why you're naked though, still. Okay. Yes, I figured. Arle could not have been any more naked. Her lightly tanned skin is perfect, with not a blemish to be seen. She sits formally at the table with a graceful posture fitting her personality, sipping intently from a mug. And she seems to not feel even remotely ashamed of her appearance. I have no idea how to address this situation. Despite the presence of my sister and Ruria, I've never actually seen a naked girl up close until now. I mean, so have I, but I don't care about their nakedness. I'm just gonna go to my room or something. Not to say that I've seen either of the other two naked from a distance, though. See, the problem is, like I said, Arla just has too much stuff on her that I don't really feel like she's my type of girl, even though her body type is pretty nice. Is this what girls experience when they're stunned into silence as a man exposes himself to them on the street? No, I think girls are usually more disgusted at a male doing that. I think if it was the other way around, guys usually would get more interested. Because I do think guys have a lot stronger sexual desire than girls. My eyes automatically drift down to look below her face. Her modestly sized breasts take on a pleasant, perky shape. At the tips, her light pink nipples are on full display. But with her sitting position, everything below the belt. Damn, I can't see it!
ごめんなさい。ですね。ミミちゃんが部活の手伝いをしてくれてて。
I do like the fact that Ren is very true to his desires. We are completely in sync, Ren, because I'm also thinking with my dick right now for this current playthrough. So no need to worry, friend.
今日は裏庭の飼育小屋の掃除をしてたんですけど。
Keep talking, Arla. We're checking you out.
その時にモモンガが滑空してきて、ミミちゃんの顔にぶつかっちゃって。
Man, the thing is, I can't really do it with Arla though. She's just not my type. Okay, I guess that could happen. I don't even know what she was talking about. She's talking about like animals, and then I kind of just went on auto mode and not really caring about what she's saying. I had no idea our school even had any flying squirrels in the first place. Normally, I'd expect something more standard like chickens or guinea pigs. Still, I refrained from interrupting to point that fact out and simply nod.
それでふらーっとしたエミちゃんがお掃除用のバケツをひっくり返しちゃって、その中身を私が全身にかぶっちゃって制服が汚れちゃってですね。もうパンツまでびしょびしょになって汚れちゃったから、ちょっと揺らせてもらって。
And you didn't use any of her outfit instead? And you just go commando?
私は夏だし大丈夫だよって言ったんですよ。でもエミちゃんが女の子なんだから飼育小屋臭いのはダメって言ってて。
Okay. I get the picture. It was nice of Emmy to let Arlick come here while her clothes dry. But what kind of person just up and leaves their friend behind stark naked? I can't even begin to fathom what's going through my sister's mind. Whimsical as she may be, this is the last thing I'd have expected her to do. At any rate, now's not the time to worry about my sister. Well, in the meantime, why don't you put on some clothes? I'll lend you some of mine.
そうですよね。ごめんなさい。私たらつい。
How do clothes just slip one's mind exactly? I'm so blown away by how calm she is despite being seen in a nude. I never imagined Arle would be this comfortable without any clothes on. I'd expect a girl like her to at least show some embarrassment or cover herself up, or maybe even get angry. I'll go bring you something. Just wait here, okay?
大丈夫ですよ。間に合わせなら持ってますから。
It's probably the bandages, right?
なのでちょっとだけ向こう向いててもらってもいいですか？
I know she's supposed to be a mummy or something. Oh, sure. Sure, right away. I hurriedly turn around. Temporary solution? I didn't think to ask before I turned around, but what did she mean by that? Oh, maybe she's referring to her gym clothes. But if she had those, why didn't she put them on to begin with? Why would she just sit drinking tea fully exposed? I've heard plenty about the sorts of people who would like to walk around naked in their own homes, but this isn't her house. Is stuff like this common outside of Japan, guys? I'm really curious. Do people do this in America too? Because there's no one like this in Indonesia. So I'm just curious if this is only a natural thing in Japan. Ugh, I don't understand what's going on at all.
すみません。もう大丈夫ですよ。
Oh, okay. Then I'm talking about the exhibitionism thing.
すみません。お見苦しい姿を見せてしまいまして。
Alright, I still don't know whether or not I can show this to YouTube. There's not a lot of bandages there, okay, Arlen?
最初からこうしておけばよかったですよね。私、気が利かなくて、本当にごめんなさい。
Wait. No. Is this what she meant by temporary solution? This doesn't solve anything. Charlie looks any different from before, exactly, and that's why I don't think I can show this on YouTube. In fact, with the way it just barely covers the important parts, this getup is somehow even more obscene. It only gets more erotic when her covering doesn't actually cover what it's supposed to.
これでも何か問題ありますか？あ、もしかして巻き方が気に入らないとか？
I do like that she's still showing us her belly button. What my preferences are have nothing to do with the problem. What's going on? Is she pulling a prank on me or something? Or wait, maybe she's testing me. But why would she? Why would she? Is the Arle I know just a front and this is her true nature? Or does she simply subscribe to a different form of common sense to her mind?
レンさん、私、唯一の生物部員として動物たちを見るたびに思うことがあるんです。
Hmm? Okay. What is it?
動物は服を着なくていいのに、なんで私たちは裸ではいけないのでしょうか？
I think it's because people are very sexually attracted to each other, and it's very difficult for them to keep it in their pants. Or I guess technically if you're naked, keep it from going up.
本当に困りますよね。
At the end of the day, like our instincts are very strong, Arlen. Nope, this is definitely not the Arlie I've come to know over the years. Where's the little girl who called me Renault Nissan and dominated when we played Sevens? Seven's supposed to be a card game?
レイ先輩がアララに包帯巻いてる。僕知ってます。お代官様を戯れよってプレイですよね。最低だと思います。
うわ、妹の友達にそういうのエミドン引き。
You've got it all wrong. This is what she had for backup clothes. Right, Arlen? That's what you said. Let them know I'm telling the truth.
これは包帯ですけど。
So dumb, I'm not screwing this shit. It takes some explaining, but I eventually fixed the misunderstanding. Anyhow, we set the matter aside for a very satisfying dinner. Mr. Mayor? What are you talking about? I was trying to read what they were talking about there.
ごちそうさまでした。
No problem. I enjoyed making it. Today's dinner was omelette rice topped with demi-glace. I made the demi-glace? Is it demi-glace? I thought it was always demi-glace. I met the demi-glace by reducing the leftover sauce from the hamburg steak I made earlier. Sauces can prove to have a wide variety of uses when you freeze them. Very convenient. Call it wisdom gained over years of running the house.
本当にレン君は女子力高いよね。
そうね、女として立場がなくなるくらい。
Could also help out if you want to, Emmy.
たまに本当は女の子なんじゃないかって思う時があるよ。
And check below my pants.
それは大変。じゃあちょっと妹として確かめてみてもいい？
Yeah, if I was Ren, I'd say do it.
じゃあ私は幼馴染として確かめる。
Yep, do it. What does this have to do with your place in the house? Lay off the silly antics and go take your bath, Emmy. You know, I'd probably appreciate Ren more if he was just a sleazebag. But of course, they're not gonna do it. They want the guy to be someone respectable, right? In these moeges. That's the difference between these moeges and nukiges, I guess, is that the guys usually aren't really bad guys.
はーい。ちゃんと私の出し取っとくから後で使っていいからね。
I'm not about to do that. Go on, get moving. Talking about me drinking her bathwater? God, what is wrong with you people?
行ってきまーす。
Jeez, you'd think my sister would be over at cracking lame, dirty jokes at her age. But she's just spoiled. I found her antics cute all the same. Though to be honest, if she's not about to outgrow those jokes at this point, I get the feeling that she never will. Riria, why don't you say something to her so she'll cut that out? She's as much a little sister to you as she is to me, more or less. She is to me.
出汁って何に使うの？
Huh?
もしかしてカレーとか？
No, not even close. Never mind asking Riri to help, even the jokes are beyond her. Why am I surrounded by all these hopeless girls? Even I get tired of it when nobody seems to listen to me. Hmm? What's up?
そのレン君のためなら私も合わせ出しになるよ。
How do you... You guys are retarded! I just said I'm not doing anything with the bad water.
いやでもだよ。
You just said, like, but. Damn you, localization. What did I just say? The back and forth loosely related to stew and broth continues for a while.
純愛バイブルだ。純愛バイブルがある。
Ruria's voice echoes from behind me as I wash dishes. I turn toward her to see what's caught her attention. Hmm? What are you talking about?
これ今すごい人気ある漫画なんだよね。へえ。レン君がこんな恋愛漫画読むなんて意外だな。
Oh, that's what you meant. Your Love Bible. It's a romance manga that took the country by storm. There's even a movie adaptation in the works. It's commonly described as a grand coquettish slapstick romance. Well, according to the publisher's tagline, I should note that Emmy was the one who bought it. But she soon lost interest in it, so the book ended up on my shelf. I haven't had any chances to read it myself, so it stayed untouched since then.
ねえねえ、これちょっと読んでもいい？
It's not mine, but sure, you're more than welcome to.
はーい、ありがとう。じゃあ読ませてもらうね。ワクワク。
I turn back to my dishes as Ruria lets herself get absorbed in a book. I love how the food and grease just fall off the plate since the water isn't cold in the summer. I also appreciate how quickly the dishes dry in the sun, given how long the days are. My feminine power is over 530,000. How awesome would it be if I could blow up a planet or something with feminine energy alone? Feminine energy, huh? I feel like that's a bit... It's not just females that do chores, okay? Not to mention being able to resist gravity 100 times stronger than Earth's would be pretty sweet. My imagination loves to go wild when I'm preoccupied with housework. Okay, next up is...
うわー、これはのっけからまた。うわー。嘘。いきなりそんな。本当に？
It's probably not gonna be any sort of sexual thing. It's probably like hand-holding or some bullshit. Hmm? Riria? I turn back to her, wondering what she's freaking out over.
スパイシー。これはスパイシーだよ。ダメなのに。続きが気になる。気になっちゃう。
Riria's holding the book at arm's length, half closing her eyes, but still reading intently. I guess this is how it feels when my nephew is watching like a horror movie. Riria, what the fuck is wrong with you? But I guess when you're younger, like sexual stuff tends to make you not want to see it because you'd be embarrassed, right? I don't think I ever had that feeling though. Oh, so that's what's up. Incidentally, this series sells well thanks to its copious amounts of sex scenes. It does have sex scenes, but it's slapstick romance. It's apparently more explicit than pretty much any title in the same genre, hence the popularity. In response to that assessment though, Emmy snapped at me. Don't act like an expert. Shoujo manga is a way deeper genre than you think. I don't really watch shoujo manga, or read shoujo manga, so can't really say anything about that. Somehow, I doubt the world of shoujo manga is quite as complex as she claims. But still, Ruria's reactions to this kind of stuff, even at our age, are enough to get on one's nerves. And yet, the way she keeps reading despite her protests is another Ruria-ism on my list.
こんなものくらい、こんなお色気くらいに屈しないんだから。もう子供じゃないんだから、ねねちゃんは卒業するんだよ。このくらいでキャーキャー言ってたら、私はこれ以上進めないから。
Don't worry, Ruria. In your route, you're probably gonna be doing hands-on with our dick. 'Should I buy her the next volume to read on her next visit? The thought crosses my mind as I watch Ruria flail about in glee. For now, though, I resolve to put the idea aside and focus on housework again. Ruria, you're a disappointment. You have to go to the washroom? What, you feel dirty for reading that? Fast forward to our next day off of school. I've gone out to the bookstore in the shopping district to pick up the next volume of Pure Love Bible. It's not even actually summer vacation yet, but the place is already way too crowded. Just seeing the packed throng of people in the street is enough for me to automatically start complaining. I hear a familiar voice ring out from behind a table outside the convenience store in front of me. Oh, hey Rin-chan. Working again today? Are you really that poor? I don't think you can actually... Maybe you can do part-time work as a high schooler. Depends on the school, I guess, usually. She excitedly waves her flag at me. The flag bears the word ice in a stark font. By time for business, I assume you mean that you'll get a bonus if the store sells enough shaved ice. Okay, what's the cheapest stuff? What's the biggest discount item? What an impeccable bright smile. I find myself inclined to do as she asks. She's rather persuasive. The perfect sales girl, honestly. With all that energy, Rin-chan might just be cut out for this kind of business. Well, maybe I'll buy something just for you, my cute little underclassman. Hot dog? Ew. At a convenience store? I've never even bought hot dog in freaking convenience stores in Japan. They're good for their, like, instant items, right? For their, you know, like, instant bentos, their heat-up bentos and stuff. I don't know about the hot dogs. That's just reminding me of 7-Eleven's hot dog of doom. Whoa, that's not what I meant! What about some, you know, super spicy yakisoba? Oh, no kidding. As she says, the poster reads, Ultra Spicy Food Fair. Sorry. Why do these stores campaign all spell disaster for their sales? As brave as Rin-chan may be, this thing is straight up on Inferno difficulty. At any rate, all I wanted to buy was tapioca bubble tea. Ugh. Bubble tea. It's that or nothing.
お願いします。田舎の弟たちがお腹を空かせて僕の仕送りを待ってるんです。
I still don't understand why, like, that thing is so popular, like the whole bubble tea thing. I definitely prefer coffee than tea.
お願いします先輩。どうかご慈悲をお願いします。この人でなし。
If you're going to go this far with your begging, devote that effort to actually offering products people will buy.
いやね、あの子人手なしですって。あんな若いのに人手なしって世も末ね。
Yeah, I don't care about whatever you guys are talking about, old ladies. I'm one of those people that actually don't care when they're actually talking about me when I do something I think is correct. Ugh, I'm painfully aware of everyone's eyes on us. I'm obviously the one in the right here, but I'll never look like the good guy with Ring-chan putting on that act. And I don't care. Because I don't need to care about these guys' opinions. These guys are nobodies. No doubt her scumbag manager planned for her to do it, knowing this would happen. But it looks like one lick of that sauce would rival putting a piece of sun on my tongue.
困ってるの？
Huh? Another girl has been standing beside me this entire time. And her eyes have been darting between me and Ring-chan during our exchange. Okay, top to bottom. Alright, bottom to top. The girl has skin so light I could swear it's almost transparent. Despite the summer heat, just looking at her makes my body feel refreshed. In terms of hair, I do think that her hair is really nice. I kind of like that ponytail kind of hair with also the braids on the back thing. She projects a cool, calm atmosphere and a demeanor that reflects so Japanese image of the perfect woman. Yet a perfect Yamato Nadeshiko. Plus, her breasts are on par with Rurio's. Actually, could they be even bigger? Yeah, that's about the thing that I don't like though, Ren. If she were a student in my school, she'd stand out for sure. Especially considering how cute she is. I mean, I imagine I'd remember her if she were. I don't recall seeing her on campus before. At any rate, it doesn't seem to me that she's a student there. So who is she exactly?
ユウ先輩、こんにちはです。こんにちは、リン。困ってる？はい、そうなんです。めちゃくちゃ参ってるんですよ。レン先輩が注文したホットドッグが廃棄になりそうで。クレーマー。
Huh? Why? No, wait! Hold on a second.
冗談。見てたから知ってる。
Oh, you actually can take a joke? Okay. Can make a joke.
私、辛いの好きだから。私が代わりに協力してあげる。
I love spicy food too, but I just don't trust hot dogs from convenience stores. Because like I said, 7-Eleven and those like hot dogs of doom, they're so disgusting looking usually. Not even in Japan I'd take a hot dog. I'm sorry guys. If I want hot dogs, I'd probably go to the US. And I'm not gonna buy it from a freaking convenience store. I'm gonna buy it from a vendor. You know, a street vendor. Wait, is that why you were so desperate to make me eat it? Or what'd she say? Oh. No wonder the whole thing seems so shady. There's something really dark about being forced to take responsibility for a failed sales campaign. Anyway, I just heard Rin-chan call this girl Yu-senpai. That means she actually is a student at my school. I still don't remember her though. I definitely should considering the impression she makes. Probably a transfer student? Wait, why is this seam coming off dark red? This thing's so spicy that the flavor is actually visible? This can't even be called food! All my senses are sounding the alarm at this thing's mere presence. Wait, you're putting cucumber on a hot dog? That's kind of weird, isn't it? What went wrong with Rin's manager's head to come up with this? The other girl and I oblige, and take a seat. I watch as she holds the death dog calmly, as if nothing were wrong with it. She's wearing an ultra poker face, no expression at all. Maybe she simply can't detect just what a horror the thing in her hands is. Just in case she actually can't, maybe I should make sure, for the sake of my humanity. Hey, do you really intend to eat that? I can feel the miasma of doom coming off of it from here. You might be better off just secretly throwing it away somewhere.
大丈夫。辛いの好きだから。
That thing could mess you up so bad, nobody would even marry you anymore. Like, really? You sure?
その時は君に責任取ってもらう。いい？
Not gonna marry you, even though you look hot. Your boobs are too big. That's not typically what the taking responsibility discussion entails.
私のこと嫌い？
I don't not like you, but I don't like you. No, this isn't a matter of whether I like you or not. Not that I don't find her cute enough to consider, though. I'm just not the type to marry a girl who's willing to run headlong into a minefield like she is now. I doubt we'd get along well as a married couple for long, considering that. Such a shame, too, with her looks and her chest.
では、いただきます。
She leaves me wistfully thinking about our hypothetical marriage and brings the dead dog to her mouth.
もぐもぐ
This is probably gonna be so bad for your butt.
もぐもぐもぐもぐもぐ
Hey, I warned you, didn't I? Are you okay?
こっくい
It's good?
もぐもぐもぐもぐ
Whoa! No way! How can she keep eating it like nothing's wrong? Any normal person would be KO'd after tasting a drop of that stuff off the end of a chopstick. She's not even acting like it tastes that good. Her face is still set like a statue.
もぐもぐもぐもぐもぐ
I believe she doesn't have her sense of taste or something, if I remember right. Could be wrong though.
もぐもぐもぐ
Well, from the looks of it, she kinda does. Aha! I knew she'd have a hard time with it. Her face was completely calm and collected before, but now it's redder than the setting sun. If she didn't stand out in the crowd enough before, she certainly does now. It's actually kind of erotic now that I think about it. Wait, this isn't the time to be ogling her. If you'd like, I have some bubble tea.
いらない
But you clearly do.
辛くない辛いの好きだしああおいしいおいしいもぐもぐもぐ
She's obviously putting up a strong front. What could be driving her to force herself to suffer so much? Does she think I can't tell that she's chewing on air, desperate for even the slightest bit of relief? I wonder if I should tell her and try to break through that stubborn bubble of hers. Maybe she's got a thing for pain. It's a distinct possibility. You into BDSM or something, you? Her eyes are maddened, focused on the drink in my hand. Well, crap. That makes one more troublesome girl on my hands than expected today. I guess it's not that she's stubborn, she just isn't honest about what she wants. Or rather, she's just afraid to admit defeat or withdraw from a challenge. Maybe I should offer to split the drink with her after all. Hey, so, I'm actually not that into tapioca in my drinks. It'd be a waste if I just threw it out. Would you mind taking it off my hands?
いらないの
I actually hate tapioca. I prefer grass jelly. Nope, I don't. I haven't taken a sip from it yet either.
わかったいらないならもらう
Great, thanks. Here you go. I hand over the drink. Is that really the sound effect that you make when you drink it?
ごちそうさま
Wow, she inhaled it. She must have been in some serious pain. I mean, I'm still in awe over how long she managed to hold out against that death sauce. I honestly want to praise her out loud for that. What a feat. Applause-worthy.
あのね、
She breathes a long sigh and smiles apologetically.
本当はすごく欲しかった。ありがとう。
Well now, here's a cute look. I could get used to seeing that. Who knew being a bit of a pain to deal with could make someone more endearing? I mean, in terms of being a handful, she still pales in comparison to the girls hanging around me the rest of the time. I was gonna say the rest of my life. With that in mind, tolerating silliness like this is worth it if I get to see a lovable smile like that some more. She may be weird, but I can tell that she's not bad company. And the cuteness is a plus too.
レンは優しいね。素敵。
What, just Ren? Wait, you know my name?
リンが呼んでた。違うの？
Well, yeah, it is, but...
私はみじゃなくて、ユウ、よろしくね。
Wait, what? Well, okay. You it is then. Charmed. I guess that's like Yoroshiku. What word did she just almost say? Is she expecting me to latch onto that and give some kind of retort? Whatever. Rin-chan did call her Yu senpai, so I'll just drop it and stick with that. I might as well let her preserve some of the mystery around herself. I don't mind. What's wrong?
汗かいて冷たいの飲んだから寒い。
Oh, you're just cold? Wait, really? Under this death rated we call the summer sun? Like the sun is actually going balls to the wall with the heat today.
マジマジ。
Yeah, the summer heat in Japan, whew! It's actually hotter than Indonesia. At least in summer.
というわけで、ちょっと失礼。
Huh?
あったかくて気持ちいい。
What the hell are you doing? Wait a sec, Yusan?
ちょっとだけこのまま。ダメ？
Well, it's not like I have a problem with it, but... The sensation I feel coming from contact with her is undeniably chilly. I do like her outfit. I know having abnormally low body temperature is a thing, but... We're in Japan in July. Is this some kind of prank? Putting that detail aside for a moment, I can detect an intoxicating scent wafting from her. In combination with the touch of sweat on her skin, the sensation is kind of sexy. Why is it that girls always seem to have such nice smelling hair? No? Some of them that don't actually wash their hair don't smell nice?
くっつかれるの嫌？
Don't go into that territory, okay, Ren? That's a fantasy. Who in their right mind would ever say no to that question? Because sometimes when I actually smell my niece's hair, I'm like, did you actually wash your hair today? Nope.
君も気持ちいい？私ちょっとひんやりだし。
Yeah, I could tell. The coolness combined with the soft sensation I'm getting through her clothes is the best thing ever. Not that I could ever tell her that aloud, mind you. But the answer to her last question is undoubtedly a vehement yes. Vehement?
私柔らかい。自慢の持ち肌。
Well, you certainly present that aspect of yourself well. Obviously, she's figured out what's on my mind. So that would mean she's doing this on purpose, wouldn't it? Aha! So this is how women act persuasively nowadays, is it? Ren, you're retarded. I don't really get the point, but this still feels nice. Whatever her goal is, I don't mind. Yeah, it's careless, so what?
君もあったかい。私も気持ちいい。
Yeah, I do believe she's a Yuki Onna, so that's why she kinda likes body heat, I guess.
レンはテクニシャンだね。
Huh? What are you talking about? I haven't moved a muscle. I don't know what you mean.
そういえばそんな気もする。でも私も気持ちいいよ。
I'm losing brain cells playing this game, guys.
私平熱が低いから寒いのが苦手だからすごくいい感じ最近はようやく暖かくなって過ごしやすくなって嬉しい
Finally, it's the middle of July. You must really have it hard. My calm responses are entirely a front. None of what she's saying is making sense to me. It doesn't seem like she's pulling my leg, though. Is this what it looks like when someone's desperate for affection? Well, if that doesn't become an issue at some point, it'll just count as a side benefit to her personality instead. I'm sure she's trying to persuade me to do something, but she's making it seem worth it. I'll think about it over a warm cup of tea. Yeah. Damn, just realized you got such a mini skirt on, Rin. Why was what she said censored there? Hey, don't you dare send that! It rained blood at my house. My blood. I snatched Rin-chan's phone from her hand.
ダメですよ、ヨウ先輩。エミちゃんは笑顔で刺しても自分も死ぬタイプなんですから、多分。ごめん。ついレンのテクニックにトロトロにされちゃって。
Yes, yes. Keep making the wrong... keep saying the wrong things. Would you mind not phrasing it so ambiguously?
その、エミってレンの彼女？
No, my sister. Though Rin's got a point. She's a little obsessed with me. To add to Emi's obvious brother complex, the idea of me two-timing would send her over the edge. Thanks to the influence of all the books and TV dramas she consumes. Though she doesn't seem to consider Riria much of a threat. Maybe because she sees her as family. She definitely draws a line between family and outsiders in thick black paint, though. But I still consider myself a lucky man to have such a loving little sister. So hold on a second. You two know each other? You do kind of seem close to me. I decide to avoid pursuing the topic of Emi and switch to another.
むしろレン先輩が知り合いじゃないんですか？てっきりあんな熱い抱擁してるからもう知り合いなんだとばかり。
Simple acquaintances don't usually do stuff like this right off the bat, I think.
リンの先輩なら明日あたりに会うかも。
Tomorrow? What do you mean?
あ、もしもしお兄ちゃん？ 20秒以内にデスドッグ完食する動画送って。そしたらお兄ちゃんの誠意が伝わると思うから。
I'm not doing that, okay, Ren? With that, today is now recorded in history as the day off that ended in the worst stomachache of the century. Your bowels must have been really bad after that, Ren. Let's just skip to the next day.
転校生の早崎優さんなのです。みんな仲良くしてくださいなのです。
Yeah, I guess my brain is still remembering some stuff about this game, even though I kind of don't remember much about it. So she is a transfer student. Or maybe I just consume too much, you know, Japanese media that I know right off the bat that she's a transfer student.
綾崎優、よろしく。
So she's just transferring in then. No wonder I didn't recognize her. I give a small wave so as to avoid others seeing. And oh boy, she does look nice in that uniform.
じゃあ、ゆうちゃんはヘンくんの隣の空いてる席に座るといいのですよ。
わかった。
Tama-chan points to the seat next to mine, which is opposite from Riri and you obliges. Oblige. Obliges? Oblige. Is that how you say that? Why does that sound weird?
また会えてよかった。
She smiles as she finishes her sentence. Natural smiles really look cutest on girls like her. Eccentricity notwithstanding, of course.
昨日はレンのぬくもりを思い出して夜寂しかった。
You see you? That's the kind of ambiguous language I was talking about.
ぬくもり？夜？
I unconsciously clench my butt upon hearing Ruria behind me. Why your butt? It's so smart someone to run in with the death dog.
エミちゃんになきゃ。
Go to sleep, Riria. You damn well better not. Tama-chan sensei, my stomach really hurts, so I'm gonna head to the nurse's office. I think a wakimono is like cheater. Excuse me. I go straight to the nurse's office. Might as well keep my word. I'll need to stay here while I wait for Riri to calm down. Guess I'll have to fake being sick when I go in. Is Miyabi gonna be here? She's probably the only girl we haven't really gotten to know yet, out of all of the girls, right? I approach the curtains around the sickbeds. If anything, this is my best opportunity to get a little nap in. Yeah, why not? I can see the silhouette of someone else on the other side of the curtain. Oh, excuse me. I'm not feeling all that great, so I... Bingo. Wait, Miyabi-senpai. I certainly didn't expect to see her here. She should be in class like me. How do I respond in this situation? Miyabi-senpai gives a small clap of understanding as if predicting the coming question. Aw, she has way too many accessories though, even though she is kinda nice. I watch as she brushes off her skirt and shifts stray hair out of her face. She does so at a level of grace that I didn't think possible for such a simple movement. I imagine it must come naturally for active models like her. I find myself deep in thought over her reputation for beauty once again, now that I get to see her up close. Miyabi-senpai presses her finger to her forehead and wrinkles her brow, scanning her memory. I'm not sure how someone has confidence in their memory for faces, yet none for everything else. Addressing that non sequitur wouldn't do me any favors right now, so I just go with the flow. The fuck is non sequitur? Let me Google this shit. What are these big words, bro? Non sequitur. What does this mean? Conclusion or statement that does not logically follow from the previous argument. Okay. Alright. Oh, this is actually the first time we've spoken. I do kinda know about you, since you're famous all over campus. Non sequitur, huh? Gotta memorize that. She looks visibly relieved. I could get used to seeing that too. Very easy on the eyes. I mean, this may be another reason she's such a capable model. I want to skip class. Oh, well, I've completely forgotten the lie I'd cooked up before coming in. It wouldn't be a stretch if not too much information to say that my ass is still burning from the death dog I wolfed down yesterday. But worrying Miyabi-senpai over something so minor is the last thing I'd want to do. How to go about explaining this? Well, that's not exactly the issue. She gently grasps my arm with a worried expression as she observes me furiously contemplating what to say. Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to bend over and show me your cleavage? I can see that your bra is purple, you know. Whoa! She's got the demeanor of the ultimate nurse! I've never imagined being treated with such care and consideration before, even by a school nurse. Forgive me for immediately picturing something else when you said, go ahead and lie down. Just use a freaking thermometer. Her soft feminine hand slides gently onto my forehead. Oh man, she just doesn't stop. What a breathtaking combo. Her pose even accents the splendid, bountiful valley she keeps hidden away. No, I have to hold back. I have to look away. How could I ogle someone who's so sincerely concerned for my health?
ちょっと熱っぽいみたいだね。脈拍もちょっと早いかな。俺、だんだん早くなってきてる？
Sorry for the confusion. I've had this high body temperature and fast heartbeat since I was born.
それならこれが平常ってこと？中にはそういう変わった人もいるけど、気をつけないと何があるかわからないよ。
Ah, men are such simple creatures. Show them the bosom and they suddenly get, you know, horny.
粉薬は飲める？錠剤じゃないとダメな子かな。
I mean, I guess if Miyabi was like super cute or something, I probably wouldn't mind. I don't think she's super cute though. I'd say she's an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't do that until I found like a 10 out of 10. I think I'm pretty much fine with either. Looking at it from this angle, her boobs are too big. What an incredible aura of briskness and motherly care. I mean, she's not just a pretty face to me anymore. Her casual approach to being ultra considerate is actually really endearing. Cool even. It's no wonder she's so popular wherever she goes. It's especially clear to me why she's such a big hit with all the girls. Honestly, with her going so far to help me, I'm starting to feel kind of guilty about my dishonesty. Not to mention, she doesn't seem to realize that her bra is visible. That sexy shade of purple is perfect on her.
何の薬がいいのかな。とりあえず辛いだろうし、熱を引かせた方がいいかな。
Senpai, I don't think it's really that big a deal.
ダメだよ。体調が悪いのに我慢してもいいことないんだから。そういう我慢が美徳だと思って、それで手遅れになる人だってたくさんいるんだよ。
I mean, I agree with that, but it's not like I have an illness. I'm saying I don't even need to act tough. I'm just not...
体調が悪いのは別に恥ずかしいことじゃないんだから。ちゃんと自分に向き合って、私に話してみて。私でもきっと力になれるから。
I can't take it anymore. This girl's just too nice. Her positive attitude is overwhelming. But if I don't keep up the sick act, I can't keep hiding in here. Still, I'm going to have to come clean before this goes beyond the point of no return. I'm so sorry, senpai, for deceiving you like this. But I would never forgive myself if I let this go on for too long. Miyabi senpai, this is kind of hard to say now, but...
どうしたの?
Well, I'm just not sure how to tell you this, but as a self-diagnosis, I'm afraid that what I have may be a common adolescent condition known as malingering.
軽病? そんな流行り病あったかな?
Being horny. No, what I'm saying is, here, just look at the dictionary entry. I pull up the definition on my phone and show it to her.
軽病。病気でないのに病気のふりをすること。つまり、君はどこも具合が悪くないと。体温が高めなのも脈拍が高いのも本当に生まれつきってこと？
Well, yeah. Let's go with that, I guess.
ってことは...
No, anything but this. Her eyes were so kind before, but now they're glaring at me so coldly. I mean, yeah, karma's catching up with me, but this really hurts. Honestly, I suppose an insect like me deserves this all the more, but how I dare toggle her chest and all.
なんでもないんだね。よかった。
Huh?
体調が悪くないんだったらよかったよ。まったく人騒がせなんだから。
I have high doubts that someone, like a stranger, would be this nice to someone else.
あ、 でも仮病でサボりはダメだぞ。お仕置きとしてげんこつだ。
She sharply flicks my forehead. Ow!
そのくらい当たり前。心配かけたお仕置きなんだから。
I'll never do it again, I promise.
反省してるならよし。じゃあげんこつしたとこを撫でてあげよう。なでなで。
I really dislike it when someone I don't know actually gets touchy-feely with me. That's kind of invading my private space. She presses her slender, pretty fingertips against the spot and gently strokes it. I don't even care if it's like a really pretty female or whatever. I still dislike the fact that they're invading my privacy. Well, not privacy, private space, as I said. Yup. Miyabi-senpai is a good person through and through. I don't think there's a human alive who could resist falling for her in this situation. I silently apologize to her again for having the audacity to peek at her breasts.
今更だけど、君の名前を聞いてもいいかな。
Oh, I'm Ren. Ren Fujima.
レンね。名前も覚えたから、もう仮病でサボっちゃダメだよ。
Why don't you call me Fujima-kun or Fujima-san? We're not that close. Please forgive me. I won't even consider it in the future.
許す。元気ならそれでいいよ。
She nods, beaming in satisfaction. I've never met a cooler person than her in my life. I'm definitely going to find and buy the latest magazine featuring her on my way home. So this is how you make someone into a fan, huh? Now I understand how her squealing mops feel. I have to say though, you carry yourself like you really know your way around a nurse's office. You mentioned that you were helping out in your free time. Are you aiming for a career as a nurse?
ああ、いや、別に先生を目指してるわけじゃないんだ。紛らわしい言い方をしてしまったね。ごめんごめん。
She giggles slightly as she corrects me.
私は薬剤師を目指してるんだ。
Wait! Pharmacist? As in an actual drug manufacturer? I kind of remember her having like a cauldron, so that's why I think she's a witch.
作るというよりは調合するっていう方が正しいかな。保健の先生が詳しい人だからいろいろ教えてもらってるんだ。その代わりに空いてる時はお手伝いをさせてもらってるって感じで。
I see. That explains why you know where everything is. Certainly, this would be the place to go if that's what her goal in life is. I'm not sure what the job of a chemist would actually entail, but I do sort of get the picture.
まあまだまだ見習いの域を出てないんだけどね。じゃあ体調が悪くないなら授業に戻った。仮病なんかで周りを心配させたら次はげんこつじゃ済まないよ。
She smiles and strikes a ready-to-flick pose. I reply with a deep pensive bow. Yes, ma'am. I'll keep that in mind.
よろしい。じゃあまたね、レン。
Yeah, see ya. We wave goodbye to each other as she puts her hand on the handle of the door.
よよよ。よよよよ。
Riria, what's up? What's with that crazy look on your face? You're unladylike. Are you okay? I mean, why are you even here?
ちゃんに続いて、みやび先輩まで。ダメだ。もう私はダメだよ。幼馴染は負けフラグって本当だったんだ。
I mean, in a lot of animes, I guess, Riria.
もうダメだ。死ぬしかない。そうだ、死のう。お母さん。処女のまま先立つ不幸をお許しください。おろろ今の子は大丈夫？おろろんとか言ってたけど。
I've never seen her act that badly before myself. Beats me. I eventually found Riria clutching the fence on the roof of the building, but aside from that, the school day ended without incident. Ah, Riria. So dumb, these stupid like loading screens.
ごちそうさまでした。
Okay, I think I'll do one more scene before I call it an episode for the first episode here.
美味しかったごちそうさまでした相変わらずレン君のカレーは絶品だよ満足満足
Nah, it's nothing that special. The satisfied Ruria pats her belly, obviously back to her usual pep. Busting out my special Ren curry was definitely worth the trouble. This time, I made it with beef sinew stewed into the sauce. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I've been refining the recipe for years, so I'm quite confident in its quality. Like, even just regular Japanese curry bouillon, is that what you call it? Like roe? Is already delicious if you get some water and get some, like, you know, potatoes, carrots, add in some salt, add in some MSG, add in some meat. That's already delicious on a bed of rice. But actually with beef sinew, huh? Ooh.
エミちゃんもうお風呂入ってるから一番風呂どうぞあれ珍しいねリリ姉がお風呂入れてくれるなんてたまにはそういうこともあるよいいからどうぞ
Something suspicious here.
ありがとうじゃあ先に入らせてもらっちゃおうかな
Hey, remember to dry your hair before you come out this time.
乾いてなかったら後でお兄ちゃんが乾かしてくれるから大丈夫あと今日は入浴剤が入ってるからじっくりゆっくり入るといいよすっごくいい匂いだからめっちゃ楽しんでねわあ贅沢エミ贅沢大好きじゃあお言葉に甘えてゆっくりさせてもらうねありがとうリリね行ってきます
There we go, that's Ririne. I guess before when she said Ririane, it was a typo.
いえいえじゃあどうぞごゆっくり
Is she trying to seduce us while Emmy's in the bathroom?
ごっくりこれでなんとか予定通りに
Emmy's the same spoiled little girl as always.
何天下りがどうしたの
I didn't descend from anywhere. So what's got you so high-strung all of a sudden?
別にそわそわなんてしてないよレン君のエッチ
Is that what I am now? I resort to a simple dismissive grunt, not wanting to entangle myself in any weirder conversations. At these moments, it's best just to leave Riri alone. Okay, I'm gonna get back to work on the dishes. I'll leave you to do whatever you want. I turned toward the kitchen to return to my chore, but then...
ねえレン君
I feel a tug on the hem of my shirt from behind.
そのちょっといいかな
Oh, if you want to ask about the dessert you brought back, I've got it chilled in the fridge.
はーいレン君大好き食べる食べる違うよそうじゃなくて
Oh, so you don't want it?
ケーキは後で食べるけどその前にちょっとだけいい
Oh, and I bought the next volume of the manga you were reading last time.
本当やったーレン君大好き嬉しいありがとうじゃないんだってば違うの今日はそうじゃないのもうちゃんと私の話聞かないとダメなのもう
She clenches both of her hands and stamps her feet in frustration. Wow, Riri has shown me a lot of new tricks today. What a surprise. I put my hand on her head and give it a rub, wondering what her deal is.
レン君のなでなで落ち着く
So, what did you want to tell me?
その
She takes a deep breath, followed by a quiet okay before she lifts her head to face me. Yup, Ruria's demeanor is as endearing as ever. I decided to take her seriously and keep quiet for the moment.
今日そのいろいろとあったでしょゆうちゃんのこととかみやび先輩のこととか
You say a lot, but... well, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, not that much happened at all between me and either of them. Nothing as remarkable as Riria's new behavior anyway. I choose not to be blunt about it and keep listening.
だからちょっとレン君とちゃんとお話ししたいなって思って。
Well, I don't mind that, sure. I'm not getting the relaxed, casual vibe I usually do when we talk. She's gripping my hands firmly with a tone of utter sincerity and determination this time. And speaking of determination, her eyes are so full of it that as she maintains eye contact, it looks like she's almost ready to cry from the pressure.
私はレン君と生まれた時からの幼馴染だから。
Yeah, I think I'm
環
gonna
境設定だよ。
turn the volume a bit more up, guys. Maybe about 60 here, master volume, 80. H sound effects. Where's the voice volume? Sound effects volume. I guess the sound effect should be fine. I should just turn up the master volume. Yeah, where is the sound volume, the voice volume? For some reason it's actually not there. Oh, whatever.
システム設定だね。
That works for me. Everything is a lot louder now.
エミちゃんよりもレン君のお父さんとかお母さんよりも私の方がずっとレン君のこと知ってるから。ダメかな。私じゃダメかな。
The tears start to well up at the edges of her eyes. I can no longer move away, transfixed by her gaze. Riria and I have been in each other's lives since birth, it's true. I thought I knew everything there was to know about her. And yet, this is the first time eye contact with Riria has had such an effect on me. I see the desperate emotion in her eyes, of a prayer, or a plea for an answer. The anxiety in her expression makes me feel like I'll be swept away in it. Riria, look. I can't possibly deny that I find Riria incredibly cute. But if someone were to ask me if I actually love her, I wouldn't be able to answer. It's too hard to tell, with how long we've been in each other's lives. But she's right. She's been the closest girl to me, literally since day one. Emmy, Riria, and even Arle are longtime friends, and all equally attractive to me. The thought of who my number one is has never even crossed my mind. Although in reality, the truth is that I've been avoiding the very concept. But now, I don't think I can afford not to answer. Trouble is, I can't seem to find any words to say. Nothing comes to mind.
いきなりこんなこと言われても困るって分かってるよ。でもレン君が他の女の子に取られちゃうって思ったら我慢できなくて。
Riria, The words get stuck in my throat. Riria notices this and gives a small shake of her head.
いいんだよ。何も言わなくて。ただレン君なら私レン君。
Riria turns her eyes downward toward her pink lower lip, which is now approaching mine. Her eyelashes flutter nervously as she inches closer. My chest tightens from witnessing Riria muster all this courage. I can feel her breath on me at this distance. I can't move. And just as the distance between us is almost zero... Plop? Something falls from Miria's hand. So dumb. A rubber. Or to put it another way, a condom, as the rapper says. Yes, that magical word that catches the attention of any boy my age. The very same item one uses when, well, when the time is right, so to speak. So what exactly is a condom doing here? Rather, what was it doing in Riria's hand? So dumb. Candy my ass. You're a lot more devious than you look, Riria. That was all planned, huh? Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on a second there, Riria.
デザートみたいなものだから気にしないの。
No, no, no. That's definitely not meant for dessert or anything. And no, I don't buy that it was any sort of candy. What kind of dessert did you have in mind anyway?
人の処女をデザートとか失礼。いくらレン君でもそれは失礼だよ。
Excuse me? My virginity is part of this discussion too. And you were the first one to make that analogy.
いいから女の子の私がここまでしてるんだよ。男なら黙って天井のシミでも数えてればいいんだよ。
I think that's what usually the girls do. At least in like that's what I was it from anime? I don't know actually where I heard this from.
とりあえず最初はキスから。それだけは女の子的に譲れないから。はいどうぞ。
Oh my god, she's serious. She was totally planning on going all the way tonight. Rio was the last person I expected to be so forceful, honestly. Is this really how far jealousy can drive a woman? If she's like this now, I should have picked up on this and warded her off a long time ago. She's in total hardcore give it to me mode. She won't listen to a word I say. Are you done, Amy? Please, are you done? So in that case, how am I supposed to get her to calm down?
レン君、チューは
It's not going to happen.
チュー
I said I'm not doing it.
チュー
Listen to me, I'm not going to kiss you.
なんでよ。女の子の私がここまでしてるんだよ。何が気に入らないの。一体なんで。
Isn't it obvious? It's because you've gone this far to make me do it. For crying out loud, just calm the hell down.
もう頭きた。いい加減往生せや。
Whoa, Riria, watch it! Seriously, that's dangerous. Is this gonna be the first H scene?
私本気だもん。もうここまで来たら引っ込みつかないし。
No, you're not gonna fool me. I remember my first H scene being Emmys. You're not gonna fool me, Riria. I don't think this is an H scene. We should be fine. I think. I'm getting I'm doubting myself though with the fact that she has a condom in her mouth, but no. I feel like this is a bait. Ruria pushes me over and perches herself on top of me. She holds the candy, as she called it, in her mouth as she reaches under her skirt and feels around for something. Crap, she really does mean business. Ruria's eyes are ablaze with the fury of a carnivore. She's hell-bent on assaulting me in a way that can never be taken back. Has she not even given a single thought as to what might happen after she succeeds? I involuntarily gulp in the face of Ruria's raw determination. Emmy's going to come out from the bath soon.
大丈夫。エミちゃんは今頃きっとお風呂で気持ちよく寝てるから。たっぷり1時間は出てこないと思うよ。
This trickster didn't put bath salts into water. She used some kind of sedative. I didn't think she'd have calculated this so well. Clearly, she's not quite the naive little girl I've always seen her as anymore. Now that I reflect on the past few days, she definitely hasn't been acting quite like usual. But even that wouldn't have been enough to expect her to flip out to this extent. Still, I've realized it too late. Nothing can stop the two-person festival she's got planned now. Now that it's come to this, should I just resign myself to my fate? Is it time for me to give up the fight and let her make me a man?
ちょっと順序とか予定とかいろいろと違うけど。
You can probably just shove her away, you know.
体から始まる恋もあるって純愛バイブルにも書いてあったし。
Sure, a manga for your reference. Is that the only place where you've heard that?
やればわかるってお母さんも言ってたし、きっと大丈夫だよ。私もやればできる子って言われてきたし。
I mean, I kid you not, guys. There's there's actually lots of like marriages before, children before marriages and whatnot. So accidental sex and someone got pregnant. My brother was also like that, and look at his life, okay? Yeah, he divorced the female. He still loves the child, of course. So in that department, he didn't regret marrying her because he loves both their children. But he definitely did not love the mother as much as he loves the children. So yeah, I don't know about that, Riria. I really doubt this is what they mean by that. What a ridiculous misinterpretation. And do anything is most certainly the most ambiguous part. What people have told her is worlds apart from the topic at hand.
優しくするから怖がらないでね。
Riria whispers sweetly as her hand continues to search for something in her skirt. Why is it today of all days that I'm getting all this female attention? I don't even know if it'd be a good idea to refuse her. Am I crazy for not being able to just roll with it? No, this still isn't right. There's something seriously wrong with this picture. I mean, I think so, but...
レン君は私のこと嫌い？私のことそんなに嫌かな？
Riria looks down at me. Her eyes fill with tears once more, and her shoulders tremble.
私はレン君だから。
No, she didn't say she didn't say this is because she loves me. She said it's because this is me. She's doing this because this is me.
恥ずかしくてもこんなに勇気出してるのに。本当に嫌なら私のこと跳ねのけて。
Alright, Ren, you know the drill.
じゃないと私。
Riria. Here I am, listening to Riria tell me this with that sad look on her face. I can't take it anymore. I can't possibly hold back at this point. Farewell, virginity, my old companion. I'll never forget you. Until I do, anyway. Riria. I call my childhood friend's name with conviction. Riria nods and answers, taking my tone as a sign of acceptance.
レン君のファーストキス。
Riria finally lets the condom, still wrapped, drop from her mouth. Her face draws closer to mine, slowly, deliberately.
いただきます。
Ready for the moment to come, I close my eyes. It's not coming, guys. You can't bait me for this. I remember the first H scene I got was Emery's, okay? I opened my eyes. Riria-san? What's wrong? Why are you making that face?
私やっぱりダメ。こんなの全然塗れないよ。無理無理無理。ほんと無理。
You can't get wet from that? What? Riria gets up and bolts into the other room, rolling herself inside a futon to hide. Did that seriously just happen? A few words of disbelief tumble out of my mouth.
やっぱりもっとこう綺麗な感じあるじゃん。少女的に求めてるムードとか理想とかあるじゃん。こんなのおかしいよ。絶対におかしいよ。
Riria wails loudly from inside the futon roll. I elect not to answer that she was the one who created the entire scenario in the first place. I stare dumbfounded at the back, front of the futon. If Emmy's sleeping in the bath, I hope she's still above water. I peer in the direction of the bathroom, abruptly made aware of the potential problem. It's growing too late, and I'm getting too tired to care about much anymore.
おいリリア、一応聞くが守備はどうだ？ノーでありますさ。てめえが相談してきたから真面目に答えてやったのになんだそのざまは。あんたそれでも本当に私の娘？その年になってねんねちゃんが可愛いと本気で思ってんのか？
I mean, she's kinda right.
ねねちゃんとかお母さんの娘とかそういう以前に私は私なんだもん。そもそもレン君の泣き顔見れば濡れるから大丈夫とか嘘じゃん。超嘘じゃん。
Really?
またお母さんに騙された。お母さんオートビッチメガビッチ。
Some people are into that, Riria, so it's not like she's entirely
少
wrong.
女にはわかんねえ深い愛とかいろいろあんだよこのバカ娘が。嘘とか騙されたとか言う前におめえの無知さと器の小ささを恥じろこのクショショゾ娘が。
Wow, this was the last thing I expected to happen. So intense. I want to run away, and this is my own house even. How should I fix this? Though honestly, I'm not sure I really have a dog in the fight, or even want to.
何この騒ぎ。何がどうしたの？
Oh, welcome back. Glad you're alright.
湯船でうとうと寝ちゃってのぼせちゃったけど。
Then you should go and drink something cold and lie down. I'll keep the sedating part to myself. Explaining everything that happened will cause me more trouble than it's worth.
よしわかった。よく聞けこのアホ娘。
聞いてるよ。なんなのママビッチ。
私はもうお前に関してはサジをぶん投げた。オリンピック級に。そしてちょうどいいことにうちの学園に新しい寮ができることになった。お前みたいなポンコツ娘を集めて構成するための寮だ。だからお前もそこでその根性を叩き直してこい。やだ、
そんなとこ行きたくない。レン君と離れちゃうの嫌。絶対に嫌。レン君も私と一緒がいいよね。ね。
Ignoring what just happened, are we?
ママビッチの言うこと聞いたらこれだよ。でも絶対嫌だ。私はレン君のところにいるもん。
うるせえ。じゃあレンも一緒に行けん。この部屋は藤間家から解約。ちょうどいいからついでにエミリも一緒にそのブラコン直してこい。
嘘マジで？
And with that, we've basically been evicted from our home in one night. That doesn't fix the problem. We're still living in the same dorm, you idiot. Alright, I think this is probably a good place to end the episode.
セーブする？セーブしてもいいの？
Yes, save the
セーブし
game.
ました。
So far, awkward handjob times 5. Why is that the name of the... I guess we're gonna get that handjob scene again in this new dorm of ours, is what I'm guessing. Jeez, that's the name of the freaking scene, alright. Jeez, way to make me forget what the hell I was trying to say. So, for our first episode, for a second time playing this with, you know, a clear mind this time, instead of a very debauched mind that just wants to fab, I do feel this is a lot more comedic than it was before. And, yeah. It does still make me lose brain cells, the fact that I have to deal with these crazy chicks, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. As long as I don't take this seriously, this is probably pretty enjoyable. But okay, with that being said, I think this is a good time for me to call it an episode. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. But if you guys just want to have things early access, you can join as a member on YouTube there to get these episodes early. But I do still think that Patreon is probably the better place for you guys to support me, because you guys are getting uncensored stuff there. And of course, if you guys are new and aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member there, because that's gonna be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. So like this episode right here, it's gonna be up on Patreon for free members right now on November 12, 2024. This episode is probably gonna be up on YouTube at, I don't know, probably sometime around July 2025. But yeah, I'm almost about a year ahead when it comes to uploading schedule. But with that said, I'm gonna go call it an episode. I will see you guys on Patreon and also on YouTube membership tomorrow. See ya!